What's up and welcome back to Naptime Builder. Here we are again with the 64 F350. If you watched the last video, then you seen I had a big old debacle with the solenoids the starter solenoids. Changed the starter out. Had to swap. Showed you how to swap the Bendix over. Showed you how to unlock the Bendix if it ends up locking on you like mine did. And we got all that in, and we got the truck to turn over with the key. And then I put a little trigger on it and sprayed a little carb cleaner down the carburetor, and she busted off. Blew some rat's nests out the tailpipe, all that jazz. Huge steps. That's a huge step. But we still got wiring everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, what a joy. Just playing. Not really. But in this video, we're about to do some time lapse. Of course, right? All this mess. I'm gonna be shortening it up, running it the correct way, trying to get it out of the way, make it look a little nicer and all that. And after we run some of that I'll run it the right way before I cut it, of course. And then we'll start trying to figure out how some of these front lights and got wires shoved down in here too for headlights, turn signals, all that, parking lights. Basically, we're just gonna start from the front, clean up some of our mess, and try to start wiring up some stuff in the front and work our way back. I honestly have no idea how much we will get done in this video because it just depends on how fast it goes. If it goes fast, then we'll get a lot done. If it goes slow, then we might just have to work on the front, and then next video work on some more stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what we can get done either way. And you know, I'm learning as I go, so don't expect it to be right the first time, and don't expect it to, do not look to me, okay, to be your inspirational guide throughout this journey. I'm just bringing you along with the journey. I ain't telling you how to do it because I promise you don't want to listen to me. I make enough mistakes on my own. I don't need y'all making them because I told you to. So let's get after it. Alright, well, this switch is not just completely identical to the original, so it doesn't meet up perfectly. So I found a washer because it was still real loose when I put these on it to tighten it up. So I found two washers actually, but I've got the other one. I've been trying to drill out the center. That's a pretty thick washer. I've been drilling for a little while. Hopefully she'll be all right. Right now she's a little hot, so she's taking a minute. I'm about to give her a few minutes to herself. So we'll go on with something else while that's cooling off. Also, I got them 5 or 6 wires cut out and taped up. That looks a little bit better up under there. At least there's a few less wires I'll have to deal with. At some point soon, I'll have to mount that fuse box. But you know, that's probably not today. If I can get some crap out of my way. is hot up in here, but it's looking a lot better so far, okay? She don't look like no professional did it, but, you know, luckily, Brother James knew that I wasn't no professional when he asked me, so. Hopefully he ain't expecting too much. Here we go. Here's what we got. All right, so I did cut them 5 or 6 wires out that we said we didn't need. It was like power windows, power locks, cruise, electric fan, electric fuel pump. Might have been something else. Anyways. One's for the engine here. That's that temp sensor. One's for the engine there, wrapped up, going around. Got some zip ties holding her up, there in place. Wires for the baluster coming out, back in, and back down and around. The red wire curled up back there, that is for an electric choke. This carburetor is not an electric choke, it's a manual choke, but you know, I figured I'd roll it up back there just in case we decided to change carburetor or something, depending on how that one, you know. But wrapped her up, got my wires for my solenoid coming out, and blah, 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 and all that jazz. Look at her. This right here is the part I'm not really liking. I wish that wire would have been a little bit longer. But going down to the alternator. Like I said, not professional, but looks a whole lot better than it did, okay? And as long as she still cranks over, we good. You know, as long as there ain't no wires getting in the fan. That looks a lot better, just not having them wires laid across the dadgum engine like that. So, and along with that, I did run that turn signal over here. There, I believe that's what that was. Yeah, it was right front signal. Got them two I'll have to figure out. And then all this jazz right here. Is for headlights and signals and flashers and this and that and who knows what. But I gotta check the time. My nap time's probably about over with. And we got some visitors coming, so I might have another 30, 45 minutes. So we're gonna see what we can do in that time. And then I'll have to call it quits. All right, so I decided to come over here and get this one wire hooked up first. That way maybe we can knock this one out, and then if I have time, I'll move over there. Finally got them old crusty screws out and the if I could speak, the turn signal cover off. Look in here. Boy, there is nest everywhere. I have no idea how long this thing been sitting, but it been a long time, okay? That's all I can say. That is ridiculous. All right, so we're done for the day. Got them wires like I showed you, all that jazz. Then come over here and found my right side blinkers, or my bad, my right side, well, yeah, turn signals over hanging out. But the high beam and low beam, found them. Got them together here, ran them across front of the radiator, down through here, down through that hole. Finally got them wired up, and the headlight back in. And I was gonna go ahead and do this this parking lot before I went in, but I might have to get a new plug to go in there. That thing is rough. I had to break the bulb out and then use pliers to get the backside of it. So, hey, that's a good point to stop today, I guess. I'm gonna look in everything that come with the truck to see if I can find that turn signal. If I can't, then maybe I can find a new set of turn signals to go in. That way they'll actually match instead of one being new, one be old type of deal. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the day. All right, well, I got out here bright and early this morning before the sun even come up, and it's been an hour or so. I did find that other turn signal, by the way, but I went ahead and wired up the driver's side headlight, high, low beam, ground, all that. It was just caked up as the passenger side was with wasp nest and dirt daubers and all that crap. Went ahead and cleaned up this wiring, hooked up the horn, even though I have no idea if the horn even works. But we went ahead and wired it up, tied these wires together, made them look better. This is the oil sending unit. And that was oil sending unit. What was that one? And temperature sensor. But I have a temperature sensor there, so I might not need that other wire. And I'm a little lost on that oil sending unit, where to throw it yet, if anywhere. But, and these right here got me a little confused, but I'm pretty sure they'll go back in and tie into the light switch. At least one of them. The other one, it says backup light, but I just ran the backup lines down through here. I use that plastic covering. Where's my, get my dadgum rolly here. But got my lines run down through here. Boy, it's dark up under here. Run to right here. And this is where some of them are starting to end at. And I still got, over half the bed back there. So I'm gonna have to extend a lot of the, well, pretty much all of these wires. So I stopped to give an update. Not really a good way of filming up under there while I'm actually doing anything, so I just figured I'd do what I could and then give you an update. I mean, you only want to see so much of wiring, but it's got to be done, so I'm filming what I can of it. It's taking up my time, and it's on the truck. I'm gonna have to film what I can. I know it's boring. It's okay. Boy, this thing is crusty. Crusty. But yeah, I've got to extend like all 7 of those wires, I'm pretty sure. Good thing I've got a bunch of wires that I cut out of the harness because we didn't need them. The big thing is I'm gonna have to write down what goes to what in the back of my little book here. Luckily, they give you a couple blank pages in there to write stuff down. So that way I can keep up with what colors I'm changing them wires to when I get back there to the taillights. And the taillights on this thing is busted. So I'll be taking them off. I got a bunch of lights on the back of that. Half of them probably ain't worked in 30 years. But we'll be taking all of them off. And my International out there has a set. Has some lights on the back of it. I might take them off and see what they'll look like on this, if I can make them fit up. And you know, if they work. If not, then we might have to get some tail lights. So we're making progress. Making progress. I don't know if we'll get to the dash and stuff. It might have to be its own video. Cause that inside's tight. And I'm gonna get what I can done today on this since I've already got these running. And them interior wires, they might have to be in their own video. So trying to get as much done as we can before we gotta go see our doctor, specialist, whatever it is. So I'll check back in with some more progress. All right, I found me some more wires. It should be long enough to extend all those. Here's what I was talking about. Look, here's tail light busted. That Novair, there's even less left. And then this thing has all of these other lights too. All back here. And obviously ain't none of them worked in a long time by the looks of it. So we're gonna be pulling like all of them off. And I think I actually have a universal tag light that I can put on this that I never used for myself, so I can just throw it on here. But I mean, I don't know, we'll do what we can. We'll take off what we can too, because there's just a whole lot of junk back here that don't even matter really. So, see what we can do. And I still need to look up some of these lights there. Like I said, I looked at O'Reilly's the other day and they didn't have anything that would fit them holes. Might have to look up Amazon or go to the truck stop. All right, so here's all the mess that was on the back here. She's looking a little bare compared to before. And I was thinking when we get done, we can set the tag here in the center. I have a tail light on each side of it, depending on what kind of tail lights we go with. And that'll obviously go on them top bolts that hold the tag on. And all that. I guess now that I got all that out of the way, I went ahead and tore out the rest of the old wires under there too. And I have my wires lengthened. They're back there towards the back. It's time to just go ahead and run them wires on out the back. That way they're at least there. And I guess I need to go see how them tail lights on that International are on there. After I run them wires out the back. So, all right then. I only got about an hour left that I can do anything, so trying to get as much done right now as possible because I don't know if I'll be able to do anything this evening because I needs to mow. All right, here we are. Mine's run all the way up through here. I got it going up and over this beam, zip tie, around the corner, zip tie. Like I said, I'm planning on tail lights being here and here, tag in the center. So I ought to have plenty of wire. I'm sure I extended them way longer than they needed to be, but I just went ahead and attached the whole wire to it just in case. So. But now the wires are all the way to the back. And I believe I have all of the old wires out. So we shouldn't have nothing unattached and dangling. So that's good as well. I guess now I need to go look at the International. See if I want to steal them tail lights off there or whatever. All right, so don't mind my daddy weed eating his garden in the background. This is the old International I was talking about. Lodestar. And these are the tail lights I was talking about. And them a little bigger than I was thinking. I might have to put them sidebars back on like it had. But we're gonna cut these off. I think it's just couple bolts, and I'll snip the wires back in there. In the shop, got them both off. They are a little big to be putting both of them there in the center. So it might be best if we use these to put them bars back out there to the sides. But of course, I would have to make sure that these actually work. Okay, well, I just tested those with some leads to a battery, and only 2 of the 4 work, and they don't work all that great. So we'll probably just be getting some new tail lights. I did make a trip to the store. I got some trailer lights, okay? And these are some new ones that actually have a backup light also. So we're gonna try them out. If we don't like them, I'll keep them for myself, and we'll get the church truck some different ones, okay? But that's pretty sweet that they have the backup light also. And then, you know, I went through like 14 rolls of electrical tape, so I had to get some more. And I also grabbed some bulbs. That way, maybe we say a little prayer, we can get them turn signals up there to work. I'm not sure about the sockets, so I went ahead and bought bulbs. That way we can hopefully test those out, see if they're gonna work. I hope so, because I'm not spending $80-something on some new. I looked them up, okay? I'm not spending $80-something on some front turn signals. We have the housings. If we have to, we'll drill a hole in the back of the housing and put a socket for one of them little, I forget the number, them little small bulbs. If we have to, we'll do that. We ain't spending $85 on 2 front turn signal housings, just so we can get the socket or whatever. So, but you seen, I got all this cleared up or taken off back here. I grabbed the international lights. They're not gonna work for us. Didn't like the look, the way it's gonna be, and I don't think all of them's up to par, okay? But I think we can make these right here work all right, as long as it's, really the thing's gonna be the mounting. We'll open these up, see how they're gonna mount and all that. And it is freaking hot. I need to stop saying freaking. My kids don't watch my videos, and I don't say it around them. But Abby said it the other day, and we don't like it. She's 3. She don't need to be safe. So Daddy needs to watch it too. We're gonna cut that out, okay? Anyways, we're gonna open these up and see how they mount and all that. So, man, it's burning up in here. I'm gonna stay in front of this little bitty fan right here the whole time. I need some AC or a huge fan. One of the two. I mean, it's like a sauna. I might lose some weight. I stay in here. Just melt right off of me. Anyway, shut up. Let's get back to work. All right, so here we are. Tail lights are mounted. I was going to throw the tag in the center, but These tail lights actually have a tag light already on them and a bracket, so I went ahead and put it there. I mean, it all comes together. Why not use it, right? Otherwise, that light would be on and shining on nothing anyway, so. Cleans it up pretty good. I still might stop by somewhere and see if I can find a little longer, slender brake light to go right up here, and we'll just tie that in. Unfortunately, I just tested the front turn signals, the old wires and everything, put new bulbs in them, cleaned the contacts and everything. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, okay? So we'll probably do the alternative, because we ain't spending $85 on some brand new front turn signals that will look crazy because nothing else on the front of the truck is new. But so we will drill some holes. Well, we'll get some connectors and make sure, and some bulbs, them little small bulbs. Drill a hole in the top or the bottom of the back of the housing, stick it in there, wire it up that way. So that'll do the job and save us $80-something. So, but as you can see just a minute ago, in this video, we have wired all the way from the front to the back. I've got one or two other wires that are just hanging out, but like I said, I'm gonna grab me a third brake light, and then when I find them lights to go around the bed, we'll replace them, wire them up into that originally it was the tag light wire, but we didn't need that because, like I said, these tail lights had one already integrated in. Like we said, wired front to back, got it all taped up, zip tied up. She's looking good. I ain't got wires dangling. Well, I got a couple wires dangling, but not 500 wires dangling like we did have. So, looks like next video. Be nice if by the next video I could find them lights and we'd throw that in too. But very soon we'll be diving into the inside of the cab, trying to wire up the dash, blower fan, all that nonsense, radio. It'd be nice if it'd work. I kind of doubt it. But, and all that. So, try to clean the inside of it up, wiring wise. Because under the hood, under the truck, all that's cleaned up and tidied up. It's looking good. So, we're making progress, making huge progress. I'm pretty pumped. Shoot, for too long, we'll be driving around the yard. Hopefully all the lights are working. Man, these flies is getting me today. But with that being said, thanks for watching Nap Time Builder. I really appreciate it. We're here busting tail on the old church truck. So, just getting things done. Sorry, you see me flicking. Them daggum flies is getting me, cuz. We'll catch y'all next time.